First of all, I would like to invite our member, Mr. Amit Malik. He's Managing Director, Cisco, a proven leader with 31 years of extensive experience of delivering high growth, achieving stretch goals, turning underperforming businesses, and building strong leaders. Recognized as a thought leader, keynote speaker at global events, and advocate for innovation and digital transformation with strong views on building national digital strategy. Welcome, Amit, on stage. He would be moderating a session between the power couple, Dr. Rakesh Gupta and Mrs. Anshu Gupta. Dr. Rakesh Gupta is the chairman of Sarvodaya Healthcare, a common man with not so common accomplishments, pioneer entrepreneur in the healthcare industry. Brick by brick, he built and turned a small 5-bedded clinic into a group of tertiary care and multi-speciality hospitals, clinics, diagnostic centers, dialysis centers, and paramedic and nursing institutes, which is what is known as Sarvodaya Healthcare. Welcome, doctor, on stage. Mrs. Anshu Gupta, Managing Director, Sarvodaya Healthcare and Founding Trustee, Sarvodaya Foundation. Being a wife, a mother, and a woman in 90s, she juggled in and out of house and with work without fear or any complaints. At a time when little at no measures were being taken for women's rights and welfare, she emerged as a leader who took non-conventional strides and set an example for many. Welcome, all three of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jimmy and DLC. You've got me surrounded by two very, very eminent people. So before I got on, I was just having a word with them, and I think it's very, very inspiring. And I think you should look forward to a fantastic session going ahead. But before we move forward, Dr. Gupta, my first question would be for you. You've been an entrepreneur, started a very challenging business. It's not easy to be in healthcare. And I'm sure lots of people around here who have ideas of becoming entrepreneurs or already are entrepreneurs. There's so much to learn from your life. I would like to know, how did this journey really start for you?
Good evening, friends. At the outset, let me thank the Della Leadership Club for inviting us. And I must thank for Amit being our host. See, the journey started with when we were in medical college, and I aspired to become a good doctor. In medical colleges, they do not teach you about anything about the business or entrepreneurship. Normally, it is that they tell about the clinical care, how to be passionate about the patients, how to diagnose a disease, how to treat it. And at Max, once we were talking about the entrepreneurship, how to open up a clinic or a Max at nursing home at that time, way back in 1990 or so. The same thing started with us. Came out of the medical college, started my own clinic, wanted to expand, made a small nursing home out of it. But that was a time where healthcare was very, very deficient, especially more so in Faridabad. Faridabad, all of you know, is a suburb of Delhi, south of Delhi. People used to have nursing homes and there were no emergency services available. As an innovation, we started providing emergency services, and I was available around the clock to my patients. And gradually, the practice clicked and I became more and more busy. I got four of my friends associated with me, a surgeon, a pediatrician. I'm a physician, by the way. And two more people joined me, and we made a multi-specialty system all under one roof. So that was again a new concept, that at that time not many systems were available, where the things were available all under one roof. So then again, these things grew. And I don't know when I was drawn into the entrepreneurship, what you call as entrepreneurship, it was need of the hour. It was need of my passion for my practice, passion for my patients. That we further grew. Then we got another piece of land. We built another hospital with 75 to 100 beds capacity. That also got filled up in another 5 to 7 years. Technology was advancing. We were adopting it. And then finally, 2008, we built up this 450 beds tertiary care setup. All those started at 150 beds. And as the things came by, gradually, we entered into the entrepreneurship of now running a nursing institute and a 450 beds super specialty tertiary care hospital. Exactly, I cannot answer your question. Where I became entrepreneur, I don't know. I always have been a doctor. People call my hospital as a corporate hospital. I said, no, it's not a corporate hospital. It is a doctor-driven entrepreneurship. That's how I define it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You heard about profit. Let's talk about purpose. Ma'am, whatever you told me was really inspiring. I definitely want the audience to know the kind of things that you're doing the animal shelters that you run and all the other stuff. If you can concisely in a few minutes, I know there's a lot to talk about, but if you could just let the audience know some of the good work that you're doing.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your kind introductions. And I'm very thankful to Della leaders who invite me and give me this great opportunity. Basically, ये कोरोना जो है एक बहुत बड़ा चेंज लेकर के आया. कोरोना के बाद मैंने अपना फाउंडेशन स्टार्ट किया और उस फाउंडेशन को स्टार्ट करने के बाद मैंने जो पहला प्रोजेक्ट लिया वो स्ट्रे एनिमल्स लिया. जब मैंने एनिमल्स को देखा तो आते जाते बहुत बार सड़कों पर किसी एनिमल का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, कोई अगर बीमार है तो उसको कोई देखने वाला या कोई प्रॉपर हॉस्पिटल शहर में नहीं था. तब मेरे मन में ख्याल आया कि गौशालाएं हम लोग बहुत खोलते हैं, लेकिन किसी ने कभी एनिमल हॉस्पिटल के बारे में नहीं सोचा. तो हमने सबसे पहले स्टार्ट किया देवाश्रय एनिमल हॉस्पिटल. देवाश्रय एनिमल हॉस्पिटल का मेन जो थॉट है वो ये है कि हम कैसे इनको अच्छा शेल्टर दें, सेफ शेल्टर से अच्छा फूड दें और ट्रीटमेंट दें. तो हम जैसे हर लाइफ को रेस्पेक्ट करते हैं, तो जिस तरह से ह्यूमन बीइंग को एक केयर और फूड चाहिए होता है, उतना ही केयर और शेल्टर और फूड इन एनिमल्स को भी चाहिए होता है. और जब हमने इस शेल्टर को ओपन किया तो एक बहुत ह्यूज अमाउंट का रिक्वायरमेंट आया. अभी तक हमारी अपनी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है सर्वोदय हॉस्पिटल, वो हमारी फाउंडेशंस को हेल्प कर रही है, लेकिन ग्रेजुअली हम लोग जो अभी ट्रीट कर पा रहे हैं 400 to 500 एनिमल्स हैं जिनको हम ट्रीट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो उससे भी ज़्यादा बड़ी है. तो इसके लिए हम लोगों ने कॉन्सेप्ट स्टार्ट किया बिजनेस फॉर चैरिटी, कि अगर आज हम इस प्रोजेक्ट को सस्टेनेबल करते हैं और हम इन पशुओं को आत्मनिर्भर बनाते हैं तो ये भार नहीं, ये समाज का आधार बनेंगे. और आज ये जो हमारी गाय हैं, ये जो गाय है ये निर्भर हैं, निर्भर मतलब किसी पे निर्भर नहीं है, ये आत्मनिर्भर हैं. तो उसी के लिए हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया काऊ गोल्ड. काऊ गोल्ड हमने काऊ डंग को कन्वर्ट किया है इनके वेस्ट को बेस्ट में. हमने काऊ डंग से मल्टीपल प्रोडक्ट्स तैयार करने स्टार्ट किए. आज की डेट में हम लोग देवात्री पेंट, ये जो पेंट है इको फ्रेंडली है, ये एंटी बैक्टीरियल है, एंटी फंगल है, नेचुरल है और हेल्दी पेंट है. इसके साथ हमने बहुत सारे, और इससे हम मीथेन गैस प्रोसेस में हैं जो आपका पेट्रोल और डीजल को सब्स्टिट्यूट करेगा. इसके अलावा यूरिया और पेस्टिसाइड्स जो हेल्थ के लिए बहुत ही हार्मफुल है, तो हमने हेल्दी फर्टिलाइज़र. इसके बाद हमने गऊ कास्ट बनाया जो कि क्रेमेशन हॉल्स में जब हम एक बॉडी को बंद करते हैं तो 3 पेड़ हमारे खर्च होते हैं. तो आज की डेट में हमने रिप्लेस किया है गऊ कास्ट को कि हम अपने पेड़ों को बचा पाएँ. इसके अलावा जो हम बना रहे हैं इससे काऊ डंग से, इसमें बहुत मल्टीपल प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जो कि रोज़गार पैदा करेगा विलेजेस में लेडीज़ के लिए.
Thank you so much. I think this really deserves a big round of applause. I mean, if there was an example of real innovation, I think this is really one of those. Dr. Saab, I think you mentioned it very simply. Entrepreneurship, the journey just started and things happened. I'm sure there was a lot of blood and sweat which went behind that. But this is another hallmark of great people. They assume that things just happened like that. But I want people to understand from your challenges, because it's not always easy, right? I often say you are at crossroads in life, and there's a very interesting saying I was sharing with you which says, 2 men behind the bars, one saw the dust, the other saw the stars. And very often you see this, right? You are in a situation, it's about how you take it. And you were giving me an example of what happened with you. So I would want you to share that with people, because all of us come across these challenges in life.
Before that, I would like to admit that since we were not trained in a B school, we were not trained to handle large enterprises. We were just trained to say a small clinic or small nursing home. So we had to learn everything on the job, like OJT, every day you carry out. So whatever learnings, whatever way we could learn things from experiences, from visiting other hospitals, from evolution in the healthcare, learning from conferences, learning from everywhere, every single opportunity of interaction was an opportunity to learn a new thing. There were no guidelines available to run the hospitals. There were no systems and processes in place. I was looking madly towards as to how to handle the quality in the healthcare. We got ISO in somewhere in 2002, and I don't know how to do with it. And 2011, the national guidelines for the healthcare came in the form of NEBH, and we rushed to achieve that NABH prestigious accreditation in way back in 2011. And then gradually we evolved into the systems. And you were right that challenges do come. So they were the challenges we had all the time, nobody to guide us. And once we moved from our secondary care to this tertiary care systems, which is a large system, a large financial involvement, a lot of challenges in the terms of financial resources and manpower, there was a time where we thought that possibly we have bitten more than what we could have chewed. There was a time where the ship was about to sink and there was darkness all around. We don't know what to do. Probably we were about to sink. And then a small ray of light came. We said, okay, one of her relations, जो उनको मामी जी कहते हैं, he was our advisor as CA. He said, either you do this particular object which I am going to tell you or you are bound to be doomed. That particular thing clicked then. And then we infused some more manpower in the marketing, some more manpower in the with good star doctors to perform for us. Some more financial resources were pooled in from all possible relations, funds, banks, and from everywhere. And that change in the attitude, because we always had a hope that, okay, since we have got our intents very clear that we want to serve the community, and the purpose of this business is not to earn profits in the terms of money. It was to create a healthcare structure which is going to serve the community for years to come, for generations to benefit. That trust we had in the God and that trust we had in ourselves, and that gave the turnaround at that particular moment. That was somewhere around 2012, 13, and 14. And those 2 years were very, very difficult. Once we came out of that system, there was no looking back.
Thank you.
And we have been progressing well.
Yeah, no,
so we have trust in ourselves, we have trust in our system, we have trust in the God, Almighty God. Once you are working in entrepreneurship, you need to be lucky too. But luck comes after the work. मैं हमेशा कहा करता हूँ कि आप पढ़कर फेल तो हो सकते हैं, पर आप बिना पढ़े पास नहीं हो सकते. कोई दिक्कत आती है, फिर खड़े हो जाइए, फिर मेहनत करिए, कामयाबी मिल के रहेगी.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. I need to get one more answer from ma'am, which is very important, and that's going to be tied up to your art of working as well. You know, because one of the things we've realized, what gives us happiness is also, and a lot of people stop doing is hobbies, right? And especially after a certain age, we just stop learning. And here, I mean, ma'am, what you told me is a great example, and I want you to share with the audience, at this age, what are the new hobbies that you picked up and how do you really learn new things?
मुझे हर वक्त ये लगता है कि हर मिनट जो आपकी ज़िंदगी की है बड़ी प्रीशियस है और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है शुरुआत से सीखना. आज मैं जहाँ पर हूँ इसका बहुत बड़ा जो क्रेडिट है वो सिर्फ मेरी नेचर है लर्निंग की कि मैंने हर वक्त सीखा. जब मैंने मेरी मैरिज हुई तो बेसिकली आई एम नॉन मेडिको और डॉक्टर साहब एक अच्छे वेल इस्टेब्लिश डॉक्टर थे. पूरा स्टाफ और टीम हमारी डॉक्टर मेडिकल साइड से थी. तो जब स्टार्ट हुआ तो बेसिकली हर एक के लिए बड़ा डिफ़िकल्ट था कि एक एज नॉन मेडिको को एक्सेप्ट करना कि भाई वो कैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देख सकते हैं. लेकिन तब से मैंने सीखना चालू किया. तो आज अगर मैं बात करूं तो अगर डीएम डॉक्टर्स भी होते हैं तो उनको बहुत टाइम बाद आइडिया पता चलता है कि मैं डॉक्टर नहीं हूँ, मैं नॉन मेडिको हूँ. जब उनसे मैं टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस बात करती हूँ अबाउट सर्जरीज, अबाउट प्रोसीजर्स. इसके अलावा जो आपकी हॉबीज़ की बात हम करें तो जैसे मेरा शौक़ है डांस करना, म्यूज़िक सीखना. तो मॉर्निंग में से टू इवनिंग मेरा काम होता है अपने ऑफिस वर्क और बाकी जो मेरा अपना देवाश्रय है. इसके बाद इवनिंग में भी ये रहता है कि मेरे अपने जो टीचर्स आते हैं पियानो के लिए, डांसिंग के लिए, सिंगिंग के लिए, लैंग्वेजेस. तो हर वक्त हर समय अगर इंसान सीखता है इसका सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा होता है वो हमेशा पॉजिटिव रहता है, वो हमेशा अपडेट रहता है और आने वाली जो जनरेशन है उसके साथ आप उतना ही यंग और अच्छा फील करते हैं. तो लर्निंग इज़ द बेस्ट थिंग फॉर एनी पर्सन.
Okay, this now I would like to a small agenda to the art of working. जब आप बात कर रहे थे तो मैं आपसे कहना चाह रहा था आर्ट ऑफ वर्किंग को और आसान करने के लिए इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू इम्प्रूव योर कॉम्पिटेंस एंड एफिशिएंसी एंड शार्पन योर टूल एवरी सिंगल डे. जब मैं अपने वर्क के लिए पैशनेट होता हूँ तो मैं कभी भी थकता नहीं हूँ एंड आई एन्जॉय माई वर्क. मैं अपने लोगों से भी हमेशा कहता हूँ कि इफ़ यू डोंट एन्जॉय वर्क काइंडली डो नॉट डू इट. मेरे पास बड़े सारे पेशेंट्स आते हैं जो कहते हैं साहब मैं बहुत स्ट्रेस्ड हूँ. तो मैं ऐसे कहता हूँ क्या किसी ने कन्फर्ट पे पिस्तौल रखी थी आपसे काम करने के लिए? आर यू एन्जॉइंग योर वर्क? यू एन्जॉय योर वर्क एंड स्ट्रेस ओनली कम्स इफ देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम टू ए सोल्यूशन. लोग कहते हैं साहब हमने 12 घंटे काम किए, मैं बड़ा स्ट्रेस हो गया. मैंने मजदूर 12 घंटे काम कर कैसे चला रहा है? उसे कभी स्ट्रेस नहीं होता, आप ही को स्ट्रेस होता है प्रैक्टिकली. सो इफ़ यू डोंट हैव ए सोल्यूशन टू ए प्रॉब्लम will give you a stress.
Awesome.
So best thing is you find a solution by way of approach to the patient problem, by improving your competence, by improving your efficiency. You will never be stressed. Love your work you are going to do. You will never be stressed. So आर्ट ऑफ वर्किंग के लिए सबसे ज़रूरी है कि आप अपने काम से मोहब्बत करें, अपने काम को अच्छे से सीख लें and enjoy working. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We could go on for hours. Unfortunately, we are up with our allotted time. So big round of applause once again for the two of them. Thank you so much.
So thank you Amit and thank you DLC. Thank you.